Thus, when a new leader is chosen, don't offer to help him with your wealth or your expertise. Offer instead to teach him about the Tao. Why did the ancient masters esteem the Tao? Because being one with the Tao, when you seek, you find. And when you make a mistake, you are forgiven. That is why everybody loves it. 63. Act without doing. Work without effort. Think of the small as large, and the few as many. Confront the difficult while it is still easy. Accomplish the great task by a series of small acts. The master never reaches for the great. Thus she achieves greatness. When she runs into a difficulty, she stops and gives herself to it. She doesn't cling to her own comfort. Thus, problems are no problem for her.
His wife,
64. What is rooted is easy to nourish. What is recent is easy to correct. What is brittle is easy to break. What is small is easy to scatter. Prevent trouble before it arises. Put things in order before they exist. Else starts from beneath your feet. Rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. Forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe. Therefore, the master takes action by letting things take their course. He remains as calm at the end as at the beginning. He has nothing, thus has nothing to lose. What he desires is non-desire. What he learns is to unlearn. He simply reminds people of who they have always been. He cares about nothing but the Tao.
Yeah, subscribe to this YouTube.
He can care for all things. But kindly talk them to not know.
How do they sound? How do they make you feel?
When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. When they know that they don't know, people can find their own way.
Yeah, subscribe to this.
If you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich. The simplest pattern is the clearest. Content with an ordinary life, you can show all people the way back to their own true nature. 66. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. He himself below them you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. She goes ahead of the people, and no one feels manipulated. No one can compete with her. 67. Some say that my teaching is nonsense. Others call it lofty, but impractical. But to those who have looked inside themselves, this nonsense makes perfect sense. And to those who put it into practice, this loftiness has roots that go deep. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and in thoughts, and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world.
Listen to what the shit comes out of this piece of shit's mouth.
68.
He's human shit. He makes death threats. He wants people to
The
be
best
killed.
athlete
He's a piece of
wants
shit.
his opponent at his
He's lucky
best.
he's in Europe enjoying the wealth of the West. This piece of shit should
The
be in
best
some
general
dust town in some fucking
enters the mind of his enemy.
Saying, man, this place sucks. My life sucks.
The best businessman serves the communal good.
My life sucks. I live in a fucking rock.
The best
Some
leader
valley in some
follows the
fucking
will
tent.
of the people.
Like a Bedouin. Man, this place sucks.
All of
That's
them
what he
embody
wants.
the virtue
That's
of
what pieces shit
non-competition.
like him want.
Not that they don't love to compete, but they do it in the spirit of play. 69. The generals have a saying: rather than advance an inch, it is better to retreat a yard. This is called going forward without advancing, pushing back without using weapons. There's no greater misfortune than underestimating your enemy. Draw your 3 treasures and become an enemy yourself. When 2 great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. 70. My teachings are easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Yet your intellect will never grasp them. And if you try to practice them, you'll fail. My teachings are older than the world. How can you grasp their meaning? If you want to know me, look inside your heart. 71. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First realize that you are sick. Then you can move toward health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing. Thus, when they lose their sense of awe, people turn to religion. When they no longer trust themselves, they begin to depend upon authority.
Okay, we're gonna do some magic poetry now.
It's just ranting about it. What?
No, you guys. No credit. He is very funny, but he is a real pain in the ass sometimes. But he's very funny.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper, America's #1 trusted paper towel.
This is the most dangerous planet in the universe. And you've come to hunt an apex predator.
What up, C? We're reading poetry. We're reading poetry. And these are 3-minute clips for YouTube. We're reading collected works of the great Frada Padarama. Of the master. I'm eating a peach. Some tripods are better than others. There's a selfie stick tripod. $20. All metal and plastic. Life's a peach.
I'm eating a peach.
I'm eating a peach.
Like, I'm a liberal Democrat. Let's just leave it at that. Because if you do that, we're gonna win.
It's very exciting that you're taking part in this upstart insurgent campaign. Fantastic, and I defend your right to sort of mix it up a little bit. I think it's great, and I'm thrilled. Absolutely.
Okay. I know it's taking me forever to do this poetry reading, but we're about to get started. We're getting closer and closer. This phone doesn't want to work.
Tree to defeat Daryl. What subjects we haven't discussed?
I have to work on that phone. Very rare where you get somebody to come out on a Sunday. It's like people like to use Sundays as self-care day. I like to. I have a lot of things I gotta do. This one's almost out of battery already.
I'm eating a peach.
What up, Grace?
John, I want to hear about your candidacy.
Oh, what do you want to know?
I don't know anything about you. I used to run campaigns. I worked at the White House, and I know nothing about you.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm running in the 16th district of Illinois.
16th is in what state?
I'm in Illinois in the 16th district.
Okay, I didn't hear Illinois. Great.
I'm running against Darren LaHood, and we have 1,130 signatures. We need 700 signatures on our petitions. We submit October 27th, 28th, and the website is johnforcongress.com. I'm running as a fiscal conservative. My mantra is stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing.
Stop taxing. Thank you. Okay. And who's your, is there an incumbent?
The current congressman that I'm running against is a Republican. I'm running as a Republican. The incumbent, Darren LaHood, he's been there 10 years. His daddy was in Congress for 30 years, and he was also Obama's transportation secretary. But Darren sits on 2 oversight committees. He's big into everything you could think of that they're not shutting anything down. National Surveillance Act, National Defense Authorization Act. They just keep borrowing and spending. That's what's happening. So I'm using poetry to hopefully wake up the constituents to vote for me on YouTube.
Very nice. Very nice. But how are you on Get Out the Vote Day?
Well, we have to get on the ballot, and if we beat him March 17th of next year, we'll have a full 9 months, 8 months to run campaigns and do on the ground and digital advertising, and hopefully defeat the Democrat. But just beating Darren LaHood it's very difficult. He's got $10 million, and I'm very critical of the COVID-19 vaccine deployment and response and Operation Warp Speed and what he told everybody. He told everybody, you have to get vaccinated. Otherwise, this pandemic will never end and we'll all be locked up in our houses and we'll all die unless you get vaccinated with this experimental gene modifier. It's not a vaccine. It is literally gene therapy. So it's a gene modification, engineered chemical. I don't know. Are you vaxxed? Have you had any adverse reaction?
No, we haven't had any adverse reaction. I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, are you double vaxxed, triple boosted?
Yes.
And do you get your annual flu shot?
Yes.
And you've had no medical repercussions at all, only an enhancement to your health?
I didn't get COVID, and that's the best part.
And you didn't give anybody COVID, right?
Right.
Well, then that's great news. But unfortunately, the science doesn't hold up to your outcome because the data says otherwise.
So how's the money coming in? Are you going to like everyone else has been doing? I worked at the White House and I worked for, I'm a Democrat, so you should know that. And I worked for Jimmy Carter and, I've been on both sides of the aisle helping people in campaigns. So I've had a long, I'm a cantor. I retired, but even when I was head of the school in Hoboken, New Jersey, I was able to change the trajectory of Hoboken, New Jersey, from the mob bosses for hundreds of years to a new way of democracy about 20 years ago.
Mhm.
And my thing is, political campaigns. I'm very good at it. I mean, once I became a cantor, I had to hold off, but I did say to the rabbi at my congregation that I'm very good and we need to change Hoboken or we're going to keep sitting in this ridiculousness of 100 years of, mob bosses. And if we don't get somebody else in there, this is going to be the same and people aren't going to come because the congregation that I was leading, the place was falling apart. We had like 25 congregants and we wanted to start a school and it's a beautiful building and all was successful. So we were able to do it and change the trajectory and Hoboken is in good stead. So,
But what happened to the mob bosses?
Mob bosses, what happened to the mob bosses? That's a very good question. I should go and answer that, and my mind is fading after all these years. What happened to the mob bosses? My girlfriend got a 2-term there. There was a lot of cleaning up. There was a lot of cleaning up of the police department. There was a lot of, I called in a lot of people from the state to regulate when we had elections. And Hoboken was no longer the place that they remembered for the past 200 years.
Mm.
It had been going on forever and ever, and there were no longer a place. Hoboken, New Jersey also was built up. It was, when I was there 20-something years ago, it was ready to go into the Hudson River, literally how bad it was. And I had just gotten married, and somebody said there's this little congregation, but don't get scared. They haven't been able to keep it up. And I said to the other clergy, hey, I know how to do this really well. And my life was threatened many a time. I don't know how my husband is still with me. That's a reality because I had to go pick up voter registration, and all that was going into the city, into New York City, and they tried on the Hudson River Parkway to put my car into the Hudson River. That was scary. And now listen, New Jersey and New York politics are very different. I mean, people hear about it and they say, oh yeah, we have similar stuff. No. This is life or death out here. And Hoboken was one of those places where it was life and death.
It's kind of crazy that people take it, to that extreme.
Seriously? Oh, yeah. Not even a question. Everything I'm telling you is no exaggeration. No exaggeration. And my girlfriend who got in there was, this mousy kind of person. And boy, did she, as the people in Hoboken say, not that usually comes out of my mouth, but she had the kahunas, as they say. I don't know how. I think that they just thought that she was never going to get in, and this was my little side hustle, and no one really knew that I really worked hard in politics before I got into the clergy. I don't forget what was taught to me. I don't forget what was taught to me in Washington. I was beat up, not physically, but beat up a lot of times in politics.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, these people have been doing it for 150 years of their lives, and they were very good at it. And eventually, we thought out of the box, and she got in for two terms, and Hoboken is.
It's crazy. Like, I can't. This way.
This department, there was a lot of. We have a lot of Republicans in Hoboken, and the council is always swinging one way or the other, and that's what it's supposed to be like. And the place is totally cleaned up. I mean, everybody wants to live there, and they're spending more money than they are in New York City in Hoboken for rent. That's a little problem. But the old timers, had their houses, and they've been there for so long that they're doing okay. But the whole place was redone. You wouldn't even, you could see pictures from 20 years ago, and you can't believe that the revitalization happened. So, listen, I've been on both sides, helped, campaigns on both sides. This is a rough business. It's not easy, as you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. I was talking to my sister about my mom yesterday. I'm like, it is like all about psychological intelligence, and how you respond. If you just slip in one negative word, you can cause a, catastrophe. I can't hear her, but
when people want to get
psychology and human intelligence.
I hope it was one of those places. I hope it was one of those places. The issue is that you're politicking all these weeks, months to get your name out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a ground or of how to get those people and know your numbers to get them to the polls, you're done. You're done. It's up for toss of a coin.
Yeah, I was on NPR and I've been invited on another radio podcast, but really the outcome of whether or not I'm on the ballot and then whether or not I win the primary, like that'll all create more, publicity opportunities. And so it's all just day to day.
It is day to day, but I just gave you the bottom line. That is the bottom line. Your name recognition, getting out there, all that is very important. But on the day of, you don't have your battleground people.
Yeah.
You're not winning, and you can't. Many politicians have just waited out because we made telephone calls. It's not like that. This is a war, and you need to have a war room, and you need to know every district. And you need to know who's getting them out. You got to get people, help people come to the polls. And the reality is, I don't know, what cycle you're on or what cycle it's going to be, federal or local.
It's federal.
Yeah. So if it's a federal cycle, I'm telling you, it's not enough for people to get out there. So you got to have this really, get your elderly people out there. And you got to know every address and who's going to be there and who's going to pick them up and who's going to help you with vans. All this is great, and you can tell me that you have a great platform and you're seeing this swell. Doesn't mean anything if they don't come that day.
Oh, I know. It's so nerve-wracking, and you think about how much money you have.
It shouldn't be nerve-wracking. I'm just telling you, it shouldn't be. And all the times, and I've been on both sides of the aisle, this is a war game, and the issue is you need to know every household, you need to know every block, you need to have a lot of chiefs helping on those districts to get out the vote. That's your job.
Yep, I agree.
That's your job, and you need a whole bunch of people who are going to make sure that happens. These are your soldiers.
I know, unfortunately, many of my soldiers are not up to snuff because they're bought and paid for mercenaries with very, non-existent credentials. And a lot of the work is less than successful. But, I am just one person doing this from a meditation perspective. I've been reading poetry on YouTube because honestly, Grace, if I don't win, the outcome or the way that I'll feel is truly the same. A lot of this is actually just publicity and credibility building for a future campaign as well. I have $600. He's got 10 million. I'm not delusional. I live in reality, and I understand how brains are bought and paid for through media. So A lot of this is just laying the groundwork for a future successful campaign, which will
Wonderful.
100% be.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. As long as you have that good attitude. But the reality is, the real ones, it's not their fame, it's not, getting out their commercials, it's getting those people to the polls.
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest myth. He could have 10 million followers. The issue is, but if he's carting them all in busloads, then, he has the money to do it. And you're sunk.
Well, it's a little bit like a casino. It's the same thing. You got to get people in the buses. You have to get them there. If they just see an advertisement, but they don't get there, they're never going to open up their pocketbooks. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this meditation. It's a poem. I know you spend a lot of time on this app talking to people and moderating. But in the book club, which is the house you're in, we have one rule, and one rule only, and that's we only read books to each other.
Wow. Look at that. Didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, no opinions, no long-form conversations, because conversations are actually just conversational hypnosis. And so I think that if we really want to change ourselves, and improve the world, we have to read. And poetry is instantaneous delight and joy. And most people are not living in joy, but poetry can bring you into a state of mind, based on joy. So that's why I like to read poetry.
Right.
And these are like 3-minute clips for YouTube. So I go about 2 minutes, 50 seconds, and then it's a cut.
Okay.
So take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. This poem is called Astray in Her Paths. I feel thee shudder, clinging to my arm, before the battlements of the salt sea, black billows tipped with phosphorescent light, towering from where we stand to yonder shore. That is no earthly shore, but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, nor blaze through the night, but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight. Never a star is out to light the broad horizon. Only here, behind us cluster lamps, and busy sounds of men proclaim a city. But to us they are not here, for we, because we love, are not of earth, but as the immortals stand with eyes immutable, our souls are fed on a strange new nepenthe from the cup of the vast firmament. Nor do we dream, nor think we aught of the transient world, but are absorbed in our own deity. And our clear eyes reflect. Who dares to gaze shall see and die. The changeless empyrean eternity, the concentrated void of space. For being the center of all things, time is to us the now, and space the here. From us all matter radiates, is a part of our own thoughts and souls, because we love. Thou shudderest, clinging to me, though the night jewels her empire with the frosty crown of thousand twinkling stars, whose hoary crests burn where light touches them, with diamond points of infinite far fire, save where the sea is ebony with sleep, though the wind pierces the morrow, since it is the word of the Almighty and cuts through the air, that may not stay its fury, with a cold nipping and chill, it is not in the wind, nor through the thunder broke, or flashed the fire. From all the circle of eternity, were that the reason, for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air, and if he hear not, die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air. girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innest being of the spirit and stains its vital essence with a brand of fire that shall not change in shuddering. I gaze back, spring to spirit with delight. Okay, that's it.
Salt sea.
It's 3 minutes.
Black billows tipped with
Yeah,
phosphorus
thank you so
of light.
Thank you so
Towering
much.
from where we stand to yonder.
So that's 3 minutes across multiple cell phones. I published this all on YouTube under Candidate John. And
Very nice.
yeah, I say it's poetry to defeat and unseat Darren LaHood.
I love it. I love it. You did good. Thank you. This was a little miracle that I found my way to you today. And I
Excellent.
appreciate it
Wherefore it
so.
Why don't you sing? I mean, if you're a cantor, why don't you sing on this app?
Oh, no. That's not my job.
Well,
That's not my job to sing to everybody. I do sing when I sing in the Jewish rooms when they ask me to. Absolutely.
do you know this rabbi out of Berkeley who does Kabbalah studies? Danny Mott. Danny Mott. Have you ever heard of him? Not a rabbi.
No.
He's a doctor. But anyways. I thought maybe I took his Kabbalah course. I thought maybe I heard you in one of his, conference calls.
No, but I will give you a blessing today and I will sing it for you.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, guide his steps and help him find his way. He needs your shelter now. Wrap him in his arms and guide his steps and help him make this day a song of praise to you. Wrap him in your arms and guide his steps. And that's with me laying down. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, that was really beautiful. Wow, you're
Thank you for
proud.
the opportunity to bless. This goes further than you even dreamed of.
Thanks. It is actually, I gotta say, it's kind of strange, but a lot of this is only because of Jewish friends. My Jewish friends are like stepping stones, or they're always positive. Like they're never negative. They're always giving, never taking. And so that's been my observation and experience with, all my Jewish friends in my life.
May they continue to help you along your way. That's all I have to say. They better.
Yeah, I mean, I help them along in the way too. I mean, it's always reciprocal. So thanks for being here.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
And I wish you a lot of luck. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye, Grace.
Let's get fiscal. Lesson 2, credit card combat. Getting your finances together? Learn to master your money with Credit Karma today for a stronger tomorrow. Defend yourself against generic advice and one-size-fits-all recommendations. Credit Karma gathers offers from trusted partners, helping you quickly pin down the cards and loans that are right for you so you can build those money muscles. Harness the power of Credit Karma today to win your financial future tomorrow.
Towering from where we stand to yonder shore, there is no earthly shore but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, no blaze through the night but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight, never a star is out to light the broad horizon. Only here, behind us cluster lamps and busy sounds of men proclaim the city. But to us, they are not here, for we, because we love, are not of earth, but as the immortals stand with eyes immutable. Our souls are fed on a strange new nepenthe from the cup of the vast firmament. Nor do we dream, nor think we aught of the transient world, but are absorbed in our own deity. And our clear eyes reflect, who dares to gaze shall see and die. The changeless empyrean eternity, the concentrated void of space. For being the center of all things, time is to us the now, and space the here. From us all men radiance, as they are part of our own thoughts and souls, because we love. Thou shudderest, clinging to me, though the night jewels were an empire with the frosty crown of 1,000 twinkling stars, whose hoarding crests burn where light touches them, with diamond points of infinite far fire. Save where it seems within the sleep, though the wind pierces the morrow, since it is the word of the Almighty passed through the air, it may not stay its fury, but a cold nipping in chill that is not its wind, though through the thunder road flash the fire. From all the circle of eternity was at the reason, for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest reach of silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air, and if he hear not, die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air. It girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look its flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innest being of the spirit and stains its vital essence with a brand fire that shall not change in shuddering. I gaze back, spring to spirit with blindness. Okay, that's it. 3 minutes. Towering from where we stand to yonder shore, there is no earthly shore but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, no blaze through the night, but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight.
Your arms and guide his steps. That's what me laying down. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, that was really beautiful. Wow,
Well, thank you for the opportunity to let goes further than you even dreamed of.
Thanks. You know, it is actually, I gotta say, it's kind of strange, but a lot of this is only because of Jewish friends. You know, my Jewish friends are like stepping stones, or they're always positive. Like, they're never negative. They're always giving, you know, never taking. And so that's been my observation and experience with, you know, all my Jewish friends in my life.
May they continue to help you along your way. That's all I have to say. They better.
They're giving whether they like it or not.
Along in the way too. I mean, it's always reciprocal.
So thanks for being here.
Now, he half believes in it, half doubts in it.
Alright, that's the part. To stay on stage and get a closing thought at the time. If you're in the audience and you want to come up, you are encouraged to do so because as it gets closer to the top of the hour, it will be next to impossible to do that.
Rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love rest upon us, O Lord. God makes his people strong. God gives his people peace. We will praise God's name in song and glorify him with thanksgiving. Let the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart, be acceptable in your sight, O Lord. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. The Lord is good and his love endures forever. The Lord will keep you from all harm. Open your mouth and taste. Open your eyes and see how good God is. The Lord upholds all those who fall. The Lord has heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. In him our hearts.
And who is a real enemy of people who want a future for humanity? You see, there are also people I want to make Western simple.
That means, what are you trying to transmit, Dave?
I'm here to speak my version of understanding. If you all don't agree, you all can, challenge it, whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would just hit a bell, basically.
Okay, Big Rex asked me, do I support Israel, right? Yes. So, that is my position. You can see me as biased or whatever, but I see the bigger picture is unity in US, unity in Europe, and not to be compromised by people from the Arab nation who Israel to let them succeed. Because if we got the unity in Europe and unity in...
That means, what are you trying to transmit, Dave?
I'm here to speak my version of understanding.
How do they sound? How do they make you feel? What do you think? Congressman John Kitover, the Chinese Congressman John Kitover, Congressman John reading poetry. Congressman John.
Okay, Big Rex asked me, do I support his book? I wish you best wishes in the kingdom.
Seen him in many months now, which I feel like has been a good thing for me. And see, that's the thing about being your true, authentic self, is if you get blocked, it's what you actually desire, because I want to remove these people from my communication stream. And by maybe harassing them or trolling them or letting them know I'm recording what they're saying, like that basically frees up more of my time for me.
Wait, are you blocked out of journalism?
Before the sage says, I do not make any fuss, and the people transform themselves. Wisdom, I choose akin to the newborn babe. This perfection seems imperfectly. Truly too much honor means no honor. What is it in the end to be shrunk in as small as it is in its... Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Om contains 4 separate parts. Om. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Chant twice more. I
life's joyful sound. It releases tension and dispels negative energy. Promotes a feeling of total peace. Releases powerful spiritual vibrations. Fills the entire self with has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Contains 4 separate parts. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause. Inhale and exhale. Chant twice more. I am part of life's joyful sound. Benefits, releases tension, dispels negative energy, promotes a feeling of total peace, releases powerful spiritual vibrations, fills the entire self with luminous energy. Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Contains 4 separate parts. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause. Inhale and exhale. Chant twice more. I am part of life's
To stay on stage and
from the ballot, yeah, because the ballot promotes a feeling of total peace and challenges that those powerful spiritual vibrations.
We have a dog on the farm. They're pretty.
Vaccine, liar, gun grab. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin. Twice.
Hit that like button and subscribe now. Share this video. Put a comment in the chat right now. Like the video now. Share the video now. Like it. Leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. What are you thinking about right now? Leave me a comment. Hit that video. And it's Darren the Hood. I need you to like this video. Subscribe to this YouTube account. I'm going to read to you a poem. This is candidate John running against Darren LaHood in the 16th district. This is called The Bean Peddler. I do not envy any man, but if I did, 'twere him whose wheel is to take an old petroleum can and supply of beans and chilies and set a trellis work of palm beside the public way and squat there all day in charitable calm. Passers-by to sniff the pop there, bubbling and steaming as they stop. Salam, pass the time of day. Gorge a plateful while they chop. Small talk, go their lazy way. A Sukura, happy man. Guess is not what harsh and knavish woes went to make that old tin can. Among the mercenary slavish mongrels across the Atlantic waves before it reached his green oasis.
That's the worst thing in the world.
Are the only slaves, thanks to
I don't think anybody ever expects to hear that their child has cancer. It's always
an old tin can and a supply of beans and chilies, and I shall be a happy man whose way is even as his will is. Started getting in a fight with me and got very upset. And the cashier says to me, "Oh, you didn't know? You're just along for the ride." And I was like, a fucking cashier is telling me that I'm just along for the ride? I was like, damn. I was was laughing, and I was just like in disbelief because I was like, I had never realized that I was a bitch. That I was just like along for the ride with my mom. That like she's gonna do and say whatever the hell she wants. She could give two shits. I'm on her boat. I'm in her house. Like it's not the other way around. Started.
It was like it was. I remember when Jerry's an anti-Semite. Yes. Wasting your time. You don't read books no more. You all got brain rot. So I can come in here, do my little comedy show, make you all giggle and say, "Oh man, thank God, somebody's having a good time." Because everybody wasting. Yes. Yeah, it is. When Jerry's an anti-Semite. Yes. Wasting your time.
Violence, how do you express?
Wasting your time. You don't read books no more.
Why don't you sing on this album? That's the salt sea. Black billows tipped with phosphorescent light.
That was one of those pipes.
Signatures, we get 700 signatures. The teacher is a silencing
years free from hair? Discover Bronze Smart IPL. The smart alternative to laser. Enjoy 2 years free from hair and hair removal.
Say it. Say it. B is for boy. You are boy. Forget it. You will never learn.
The boy I would like to couple up with is
Boy. Me. Boy. Check out today.
Who is I feel? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is how you do Krispy Kreme fried chicken.
Thurstonay sip here. What's harder, picking plays or picking outfits? More ice in your veins or ice in your chains?
Next course.
If you gotta be twice as good, can you throw twice as far? Do you regret ordering the brand's eat?
Try to get locked out of accounts. Everything gets suspended. It's like, Jesus. Fucking, can't I just use a cell phone over here the way I want to use a cell phone?
Discover everything banking should.
What does it say? Your account will be reviewed with check marks. Okay, this is Canada John. We're reading poetry, listening to music here. One of the best blueberries I've ever had. People have to lie on Clubhouse to keep the Clubhouse fame. It's probably the funniest title I've ever seen.
Is that anti-Semitic Jew-hating, rat-faced, pubic hair-looking, low IQ, clubhouse cock-sucking motherfucking piece of shit? Is that who that is? Is that who the fuck that is? Lazo! Lazo! Hey, Lazo! Make your bed, Lazo! Make your bed! Make your bed, Lazo! Go clean your room! Daddy coming home, we gonna whoop your ass! Go clean your room, Lazo! Make your bed! Daddy coming home, Lonzo! Daddy coming home, Lonzo!
We gotta clip that one.
Make your bed, Lonzo! Daddy coming home!
Singing and signing.
Ready? Tron is back. Very good, Captain. It demands to be seen on the biggest screen possible. The staff.
Nobody wants to come and play in my rooms anymore. I wonder why. Diáconos! We need to call someone. Damn, Scott put me to voicemail, dog.
Your call has forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Sadie, this is John. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you are free afternoon and you'd like to get some brunch, just give me a call or text me. Looking forward to speaking with you and maybe meeting you. Hope you're having a great day. Bye. Who else can we call? I think we gotta call the Groover. Groover, 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 Groover.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic. Please leave your message for 773517543.
Hey Jasmine, it's John. I don't know if you're free this afternoon for brunch, but if you want to go down to the Dock restaurant or maybe somewhere in Andersonville, would love to hear from you. I hope you're having a great weekend. Bye. Yeah, we could. See, the thing is, you could call into my show. You don't actually have to come into my recording studio to be on the show. Hey Daniela, how are you doing? You're driving back? I called you when you were driving there. Full circle.
I know. That was a weekend. Now it's the end of the weekend. We're driving back.
Full circle. Such a short trip. What a waste of a drive. So much driving. Exhausting.
I know. We're both like 5 pounds fatter. We did a lot of eating.
Oh, 5 pounds of fat. That's 5 pounds of shit.
The food there is so good. Oh my God. It is like half the price of Seattle and bomb food. Oh my God. I've been eating for like 2 days straight. And then we found a gym one day. We did go to the gym. We bought like a day pass. The gym is not fancy. not fancy like Arizona and out Southern California. I didn't like it. So.
Well,
yeah.
did you break a sweat?
Did I break a sweat? I did 10 minutes of cardio, and I went in the steam bath. Yeah, that's about it. I did a lot of stretching. I needed to stretch. But it's pouring rain. Like, the place is really nice. The first day, we had a lot of fun. It was sunny and warm. For the next 2 days, the weather changed, and it's been pouring rain, cold. Like, it might snow. I swear, it's like low 40s.
Yeah, the winter is coming. I know. I got to turn the heat on in my house.
Yeah, it's freaking cold. So, what'd you do this weekend?
I just read a bunch of books, worked out, went out, ate well, listened to great music, met a musician, filmed some music. It's been a fun weekend.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you would like Coeur d'Alene. It's MAGA country.
MAGA country. People love Donald. So when do you think the hostages are coming out? Tomorrow? Tonight? When?
I thought they started coming back. I thought that's what I read yesterday. Is that all right?
I didn't see it in the news this morning.
Oh, I'm not really sure. I thought that was happening. You know what I did see online though was that in Gaza, that the Hamas are just like killing the rounding up different civilians and shooting them, you know, claiming they collaborated with Israel and just shooting them point blank in the head, you know, execution. Yeah, they're fucked up. And another thing what they're doing, I guess, is they said that instead of, because they don't want, part of the negotiations is they don't want Hamas to rule in Gaza anymore, so they're essentially trying to change the name. Instead of Hamas, it'll be Gaza, like Palestinian Security Forces or something.
Yeah.
They're trying to change the name. That's what I read.
They have to rebrand because nobody likes the word Hamas anymore because it sounds like terrorist.
Yeah, it's not. They're trying to rebrand, exactly. So, yeah. So,
Well, drive safe. What are you gonna do What are you gonna do if you have to drop a big deuce on the highway? You have JICs. Those are just in case tissues.
I just asked my girlfriend who's with me. I said, "Did you shit this weekend?"
Oh.
I just asked her that. I just asked her that.
If you eat well, you should make 3 bowel movements every morning.
I know, that's what I told her. I was like, I'm part of healthy digestion.
How many shits a day do your dogs take on average?
At least 3 per walk.
3 drops per walk, 3 walks, 9 deuces a day. Holy shit.
I know. Holy shit, right? Yes. At least, no, I swear, at least like in the morning, it's probably 2 to 3 for sure. And then definitely before bed, there's at least another one. So yeah. I don't always walk in place though, because it's a lot of work. I usually, the most I get will be, I usually walk him in the morning for the morning one, and then afternoon I try to take him on the bike so he can run. And then that's about it. I try to take him sometimes before bed, but it's not all the time. I don't always. When I go to the gym, I come back late. When I get back, I want to eat and shower and relax. I don't want to start bundling up to take him outside and get cold and wet in the rain again, you know? So yeah, I don't always make 3 walks a day would be ideal, but I don't always make it.
Well, imagine if you had children and you had a conversation about your children's digestion and poop, and you've yet to have that convo. When are you gonna have a baby, Daniela?
Who is that?
When are you gonna have a baby, Daniela?
Oh my God, John, that doesn't even sound like you. Like, who is that? Gaza, like Palestinian security forces, is there something?
No, it's me. I'm just kidding around. I'm just doing a voice.
I know. It didn't sound like your voice though, so it's not something you.
Well, drive safe. I mean, have a nice week. I hope all your dreams come true. But the quickest way to make your dreams come true is to have no desires. So, desires are the root of suffering.
What? John,
If
the
you
best way to make your dreams come true is make them come true.
Well, it's a question of communication. Everything comes down to communication. I hope they get those hostages out, and then I guarantee you they're going to go back to war with those people. I mean, they're driving around in four-wheel trucks, fully clad up, like they're running it like a caliphate. So there's no way that they're not going to go into direct conflict again.
I know. The Muslims right now are freaking taking over the world. Did you know, like, I was watching videos last night on Instagram of what is going on all over, but in Paris, in Europe, in Paris, like, the Muslims took over the migrants, like, took over a bunch of places in Rome. In Rome, like, this migrant tried to light a gas pipe of a residential building on fire, like light it on fire so the building would burn. And there's just like so much shit going on. I cannot believe it. Like, Europe is fucked. They literally like let everybody in the country, and it's out of control. London is out of control. The theft and rape and yeah, murder, like everything. It's really bad. It's really bad. Those videos were really, really scary. So that is the one thing. When you're in MAGA country, it feels so much safer and cleaner, and no homeless. This girl last night at the bar, she just started talking to me, and she's about my age, and then she started telling me how she's from Southern California originally, and she lived in Scottsdale, and now she moved to Coeur d'Alene, and she just met her husband like a year ago. They just got married a year ago. And she's like, I was like, yeah, I haven't met my husband yet. And she's like, don't worry, it'll come, be patient, And she's like, and anyway, she was just talking how much she loves like her lake. It's like not a country. And she said, I don't even lock my car doors. And it's safe and clean. And yeah, she was just talking about it. It was just cute. She's around my age. And then yeah, she was 41. And then she said,
wait a second, aren't you 52?
no, not yet.
I thought you were 55. I was being generous at 52.
No, but I'm younger than your sister. So she bought me a drink at the bar. That was really sweet. And then yeah. Then some guy started talking to me from, I guess it was from Nashville. And he had a big accent. And then I was like, oh, what do you do in your free time? I hunt and I fish. Well, okay. I was like, time to leave now. I don't want to talk to any country this like 25-year-old kid who was trying to get my pants, trying to kiss me and push them away. Yeah. So, John, these boys are still going after the Cougars. What can I say?
Oh yeah, you are. You're just a very young Puma Cougar. You've barely crossed the line. You have 20 more years of easily cougaring, maybe 30 more years of cougaring.
But anyway, the bar was called the Moose, and the bars are pretty fun. Oh, so they have all this live music everywhere, and then I was asking the concierge at the hotel. I was like, "Oh, where can we go for some like good like country music and dancing?" So he's like, "Oh, go to Post Falls," and he gave me the name of some bar. A friend and I drove out there. That was earlier in the evening. I guess it was too early. I thought they would start early, but we just went out there early, and they weren't really happening. It wasn't happening yet. It was around 7 when we got there, and the place looks awesome. Okay, I totally want to go back there on like a night that it's happening. They do line dancing every Friday night. They teach. They have a course. They teach line dancing at like 7:30 every Friday night, and then on Saturday nights they do swing dancing lessons for an hour, and then it's live music. It was like a super super country bar, like huge, like dance floor, huge. And he said the place gets wild, and you could tell it was like early in the evening. We got there, and then my friend didn't want to go in, so I was like, because there was nothing happening at that time. So, we're like, okay, we don't want to wait around anyway. It was kind of far from where we are. We had to drive 20 minutes out, which on the freeway, 20 minutes, which was like towards Spokane. I was like, I don't even know where we were. It was the middle of the night. I mean, it was dark, and it was pouring rain, and I didn't really want to be partying in Spokane because it's like the border of Spokane is Washington, and Coeur d'Alene is Idaho. So I guess it's on the state line between the two. But Spokane is like known to be like a city that's like high crime,
Hit that like button. Subscribe now. Comment, share, like, subscribe now.
Anytime you're like in a casual country bar, but like honky tonk style, super fun. Super fun. So I was like, oh, I would love to go back there.
Fucking crazy. This is like the longest drive to a local bar you've ever experienced. Like, congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
You just drove to the furthest bar in your life to have a drink.
It was the furthest bar, but it's like, those cops are just waiting when they come out of a place like that. So you do not want to be driving, he doesn't need to breathe. And yeah, so anyway, it was too early. We were there too early, and my friend wasn't into it, so I was like, yeah, that's fine, let's go. So we went back to Coeur d'Alene. But yeah, everybody, even like Coeur d'Alene at like midnight, we kind of stayed till around midnight, but all those cops are literally just waiting outside the bars, waiting to be like people. So you really gotta be taking Uber around.
Man, I saw all these people got kicked off the train, and there were hundreds of people that couldn't get to where they needed to go, so they had to call Ubers and take buses, and trains break down. Chicago was, always a pain, can be an extreme pain in the ass city to.
Yeah.
It's only getting worse, not getting better. They're not spending any money. It's all like, for like.
Why are you still in Chicago? Why don't you just rent your place and move somewhere else?
That could be in my future. I hope you're a good prophetess. I mean, South Beach, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, anywhere close to the beach is where I want to be, and where it's warm. I don't care about the heat. I hate the cold, so I'd love to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about that with my friend. I was like, because I wanted to come to Idaho to explore. I was like, I thought it would be cowboy town, and I thought I would like it, but it's not really that much of a cowboy town currently, and it's already as cold as Washington. It's freezing, and it's not a ski town. It's not quite a ski town. Like there's ski resorts within like I don't know, like a certain distance. I don't know exactly how far, but it's not a ski town. So it's like, yeah, but I really do. Like I miss the sunshine. I miss the warmth. I miss like really fancy gyms, and like so I was like, I think I want to move again. I want to move back to like I'm not sure. I was like Scottsdale was fun, but that's like straight up party place. But I really like the gyms there. But I don't think I'm Scottsdale.
Why don't you just move? Why don't you just move to Newport Beach again?
Yeah, I was thinking I want to move back to maybe Southern California. Like, I really love that area. It's like there's just so. I just hate the fact that it's like Newsom country. He's just destroyed that state. It would be better if it was MAGA.
Yeah, but you know what? He can't change the weather though. So.
I know. But I'm tired of being around all these libtards and all their homeless agenda, and all their vaccine agendas and like everything, all of it. But yeah, I really love Southern California. It's by the beach, the weather's mild, you have hikes, little hikes, and then you also have an international airport right there. So it's a good place to be, it's a good place. Yeah, I want to get out. There's more Jews, like I'm not really around anyone with like my values. So I feel like a little bit empty.
Well,
it's,
that allows you to, see, that's why you're never going to leave though, because then that makes you the super apex predator amongst all of these clowns in clown world.
Yeah, I don't need all that.
Yeah, but you live amongst those people, so, I don't know. A lot of those people are your tenants. A lot of those people are your, neighbors. I mean, they're unavoidable, but you'll probably never leave Seattle. I mean, you're too connected with.
No, I'm not. It's not true. I think like somewhere between Newport and San Diego is like good for me. Somewhere like around there, The weather's so mild. It's good for my dogs.
Well, anyways, people talk all the time about how moving somewhere is going to like change their life, but the truth is like it really doesn't change much because the sun is still the sun no matter wherever you go. Like,
No, it does. It does change. Your environment does change.
No, the sun doesn't change.
Yeah.
The sun is the same everywhere.
When you're like you hang out with the same people, it's like sometimes it's not good. It's because a lot of people are not progressing. They're not. There's nothing major going on. People are like the same year to year after year. There's not a lot of movement, and it's just stagnant. So it's not always good. It's not always good.
Well, anyways, you make it good or you make it bad. It's up to you. That's what I'm saying. Like geography doesn't solve people's problems. People move around and then they suffer the pain in the ass of moving somewhere. And then they're like, man, shit, my problems. I still got all my same problems. I overeat. I don't go to the gym. I'm hooked on Adderall, and I don't do anything productive, and I waste all my time looking at my fucking cell phone. Like some people, doesn't matter where they live, like they're not going to change their behavior. But look at you. You're driving halfway across the country to have a drink at a country bar in MAGA territory.
That's right. It's a totally different feel, though. It really is a different feel being there.
Why wouldn't you go back to not Vancouver, but what's that? Anyways,
Whistler?
yeah, like a freaking isn't Whistler still skiing right now?
No, Whistler's no. Hasn't opened. It doesn't open until Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm already thinking it's like.
Why is it snowing in Chicago?
It's getting cold, but I figured up in the middle of nowhere, like maybe they already have snow.
No, they don't have snow yet. Whistler this time of year is like cloudy and rainy and overcast. That's how it is right now. It's a nice time to be in Whistler if you want to like eat at the restaurants and be at the spa and go to the gym. Like yeah, you can do it. You can just like read a book with the fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa.
You know, now is actually a good time for Vegas. Vegas is like I think it's like a good time to go now because.
Yeah, I'm planning a trip to Vegas probably pretty soon. Yell's birthday was last week, and she wanted to go, and then I'm probably gonna go to Vegas soon. My parents are going next week, and so I think I'm gonna probably go to Vegas soon. But Vegas is kind of like what do you do to Vegas when you go? You know?
Just the pool and the gym and the buffet and the spa.
Yeah, exactly. You eat. I know. I do like to eat. Go to Vegas is so amazing. And the gym, there's tons of gyms. And then, yeah, exactly. The pool, it might be getting too cold for the pool this time of year. It might be. I think the weather's starting to change. Vegas gets cold in the winter.
Yeah, but they got hot tubs. Everything is heated. See, the whole thing is it's the sun. People are like sun worshippers.
Yeah. I know. I'm a sun worshiper too. So that's why I was like, I can't stand overcast gray days. Like that is the worst. Like the rain. As soon as the rain comes, I'm just like, get me out of here. Yeah. So I'm definitely ready for Vegas. I'm ready for Mexico. Yeah, like California's mild. California's not that hot. Can't really get us the tan in California now. You know that like over there by the beach between Newport and San Diego, you know it's overcast all morning, right?
Yeah, I know.
The sun doesn't come out until the afternoon. Yeah, but the food down there is so good. Food in California is great. We don't have good food in Washington. We don't really have I don't have any spots that are like, oh, that's my spot. But in California, you got fish tacos everywhere. You have a lot of healthy places to eat, like big salads and lots of protein. You know, it's really good. Yeah. And I really love all those like short little hikes that you can do with the eucalyptus trees. It's like dry. I love those. Those are all super fun.
All right, well, drive safe and make sure you pull off and take a whiz. Don't hold it. It's never good to hold it in.
Let's see how long it takes us to get home. Because when we left Seattle, we left at 7 a.m. on Friday. Right, 7 a.m. on the dot, and we rolled into Coeur d'Alene, Idaho at 12 noon. So it took us 5 hours. But a couple stops, for gas, bathroom, this and that. And now we left at 12:15. So I want to see what time we end up getting home. Hopefully we don't hit too much traffic. Coming back on weekends, people start coming back. I don't know. So we'll see. What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm gonna go do some yoga, then suntan, and then have a nice dinner, take a hot bath, do more yoga. And then who knows? Maybe some angel from Hinge will say, "Hey, I want to get a drink."
Yeah. Don't make her pay for it, John.
Oh, I can afford one cocktail.
Well, you're not missing anything over here. It's freaking pouring rain. My windshield wipers are working as fast as they can go.
Wow. All right. Well, be very careful and be aware. You know, avoid it. You know, more safety to
I'll
you.
talk to you soon.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for your call. Love
Okay.
you.
Love you too. Take care. Bye bye. Yeah, love you. Can't wait to hang up with you so I can jump on YouTube and make a poem. Love you. Yeah, get that fake dopamine, that like fake cell phone artificial love you comments.
I don't want to talk to any hunters.
Wants to have a baby. I want to have a baby. Free Palestine.
In him our with your master in English, the noble of them said, I am.
John, many things we are opposed on. Like all the liberal Democrat. Let's just
Fire this YouTube account. I'm going to read to you a scammer. The COVID-19 vaccine liar. It's not a.
It's not a vaccine, it's a gene modifier. It's gene therapeutic. Okay. This phone is about to die. Okay, we're ready for these. This is the hardest setup I've ever had to make, and I'm still not even ready to make it. Okay, we're gonna play some more of this Japanese music quickly.
Cole, he's my miracle child. So how does your miracle child get cancer?
doctor, but anyways. Oh, anyways, I thought maybe I took his Kabbalah course. I thought maybe I heard you in one of his, conference calls.
No, but I will give you a blessing today, and I will sing it for you.
Okay, sweet.
I'll guide his steps and help him find his way.
Why don't you sing? I mean, if you're battlements of the salt sea, black billows tipped with thought.
Open was one of those places where
Church meeting 700 signatures. Hello? Let's see. It's just.
It's like
What is one of our top 10 donors?
Okay, I guess I gotta do this. Here we go. Create these. Okay, this is poetry in the mouth. Okay, this is poetry readings. Concept job.
Going for some lengthy ones here. This is candidate John. 4 minutes, Gene
Okay, this is another poem. This is called On the Edge of the Desert. We could finish a stray in our paths. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, a super debt creator, a super spender, a super taxer, a gun grabber, a COVID-19 vaccine liar, a scammer, a fucker. Go to johnforcongress.com. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of A Stray in Our Paths. From all the circle of eternity, were that the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love? It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air, and if he hear not die, but we who love are beyond death, therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innerst being, the spirit, stains its vital essence with a brand, a fire that shall not change, and shuddering, gaze back, spirit to spirit, with the like insatiable desire that never quenched, nor lessened by sublime satiety, but rather crescent, hotter with the flame of its own burning that consumes it not, because it is the pure white flame of God. I shudder, holding thee to me. The gaze is still on me. 1,000 years have passed, and yet 1,000,000 years they are as men count years, and yet we stand and gaze with touching heads and lips immutable, as mortals stand a moment. The universe is one soul, one spirit, one flame, one infinite God, one infinite love. This is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon, since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours, nor sight nor sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, till light renews my scale of sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives you.
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. A super debt creator, super spender, super taxer, super taxer, a gun grabber, scams and liars. John for Congress. I hope you enjoy this. This is the second part. Circle, turn it out of that. Reads out, shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is the voice that men may hear. Team.
Super spreader, super taxer, a gun grabber, COVID-19 vaccine liar, scammer, a fluffer. Go to JohnFromCongress.com. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray Inner Paths. From all the circle of eternity, without the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. Silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if he hear not die, but we who love are beyond death, therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innermost being of the spirit, stains its vital essence with a brand of fire, chill, change, and shudder. Gaze back, spirit to spirit, with a like insatiable desire that never quenched. So less than honest lines that take a day, rather Christ in hollows of flesh that hope questioning that consumes it not, because it is the pure white flame of God. They shudder, only the enemy. Jesus, along 1,000 years of destiny, 1,000 years as they are, men cast years and monsters, gaze with touching hands and lips immutable, as mortals stand a moment. The universe is one soul, one spirit, one flame, one infinite God, one infinite love. This is Galani. When you have had enough to eat and take, only in Father's Father. Ready to depart. Talking about the dead. I think it's important to know what subjects we haven't discussed. We completely ignored the fact that this is a society divided by fear, hatred, and anxiety. In a style of gem-like lucidity, radiant with you. The greatest love. You become supercharged for survival. This is I'm running against Darren LaHood, and we have 1,130 signatures. We need 700 signatures on our petitions. We submit October 27th, 28th, and the website is johnforcongress.com. I'm running as a fiscal conservative. My mantra is stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing. Liar, scammer, a fraud. Go to johnforcongress.com. This is the second part of the Stray Paths.
Hey, Caleb, what's harder, picking plays or picking outfits?
Next course.
You gotta be twice as good. Can you throw twice as far?
Who is the
Is Sprite responsible for your success?
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours, nor sight nor sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, to light renews my scale of sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives youth. From the most austral east, you drove on the most fortunate wind blows, galleon piled with treasure trove, the sun's gold, silver of the snows, all jewels, all virtue far above, all tall ship laden with true love. You strode majestical and fierce, armed and avenging Amazon, warrior maiden mad to pierce, with unfleshed steel man's morion. Thrust the rapier of your art, singing for rapture through my heart. I died, and you, by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love, who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole, whence you have all life's gold for gain, and I am a grown, a boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. For this last lesson I have learnt, Layla, my light, my night, tragic and true, I never loved till I loved you. For you have fixed the boyish dream and saved the man from love's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled requickened faith, and faith confirmed renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to blend its ray with my lion's heart and dare endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth a wooing ever won on earth.
This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert.
did you just like a photo of me from 3 years ago?
Never stay on stage and
Got another belly up. This is Canada Congressman battlements of the smart. This is Canada. Why don't you say battlements? Troops being 700 signature. This is Canada. Battlements. Troops being 700.
Open hell, and the furies of the fates bring forth. On the winding charges of the ice of the night, saw and vision such a near. Congress.com, we need the agonies, racism, even the lost. Two fish are going down the Congress. About blood, drink, and birds, all in the breed, make a charm and pass the cold.
Logically opposed to everything Jeff stands for. Oh my gosh.
This is Canada Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat download in the 16th District. Go John for Congress.com. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This photo is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night. It was my queen till you rose. Come between me and the light. Come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me through life, some passion for the moon and stars. Some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To winter's airy rain began that among men I was a man. No 16th is lose but yours. No sight, no sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours. Go to John for Congress.com. Like this eyes. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives youth. From the loose old true east, drove on the most fortunate wind blows. Galley on the pile, treasure trove. The sun's gold, silver, the snows. All Jews and virgin. This is Canada Congressman Jim.
Swiffer Power Mop has hundreds of strips, scrub away sticky messes, even from well ones.
Got on the ballot yet.
Hey, Bruce, Faye's a few years behind us in school.
You really let all the stops out.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce, you suck!
Another satisfied customer.
Is that tag?
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. Go to johnforcongress.com. The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2. I died, and you by death refreshed. Washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole. Whence you all life's gold for gain, and I am grown a boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. For this last lesson I have learned, Layla, my night, tragic and true, I never loved till I loved you. For you have fixed the boy's dream, saved the man from love's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled requickened faith. and faith confirmed renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to bend its ray. My lion's heart in dear endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth. Layla, my night enshadowed me, drawn down mine eyelids, bid me sleep, and dream of thee, and dream of thee. Wake and weep, awake and weep, I care not which, so thee I find, present or absent in my mind. The next poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, in howling storm, has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world! What worm at its red heart they curled from the beginning, plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. O thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, it's time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death and all this wasted breath of mine. The songs of 6 most memorable years of ecstasy and agony.
Kitover reading poetry with Darren Hood, 16th District Judge on Congressman. Congressman.com. The name of this poem is At the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2. I died, and you by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole. Whence you all life's gold for gain, and I am grown boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind disease, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. But this last lesson I have learned, Layla, my night The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2.
I loved you. You fixed the boy's dream. Save the man from
died.
wraith.
And you, by death for friendship,
hopes will gleam.
washed in my blood, give up my soul to love who will sing our smash.
Renewed the birth, the new heaven and the new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to bend its ray. My lion's heart in dear endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth. Layla, my night enshadowed me, drawn down night, mine eyelids bid me sleep, and dream of thee, and dream of thee. Wake and weep, awake and weep. I cannot which, so thee I find, present or absent in my mind. The next poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, is found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world. What worm penetrated how they curled from the beginning, plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. O thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death, and all this wasted breath of mine. Darren Quincy's candidate, Congressman John Kitover, reading poetry to
I died, and you, by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul.
They're doing okay. But the whole
Defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. Go to a super debt creator, a super.
now. He has.
Okay, this is going to be a new poem. Thanks for being here with us on the lives. Okay, this next poem is called Rosa Decidua. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover for the 16th District, reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood. The name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick. The invisible worm that flies in the night, in howling storms found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world! What worm at its red heart they curled from the beginning, plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt as she that was the queen flower, unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. Thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death. And all this wasted breath of mine, the songs of 6 most memorable years of ecstasy and agony, may not attain to charm thy being into love again. This is no tragedy of little tears. My brain is hard and cold. There is no beat of its blood. There is no heat of sacred fire upon my lips to sing. My heart is dead. They say that name thrice over, Rose, 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 even as lover should call to lover. There is no quickening, no flood, no fount that flows, no water wells from the dead spring. My thoughts come singly dry, contemptuous, too cold for hate. All I can say is that they come from some dead sphere without me. Singly they come, beats of a senseless drum, jarred by a fool, harsh, unharmonious. There is no sense within me or about me. Yet each thought is most surely known, for a catastrophe, no climax of a well-wrought tragedy. Single and sterile, I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers. All is drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past years of boredomness has found foul waters drench my earth. Hell's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. I wrench my soul to say it. All a man's delight, come look at it. This leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray, all that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute, invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh, smudged to a smoky glow as one may see at sunset in the factory lands. The lips thinned and their color sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss, all the muscles gone, all pendulous as fat, the breath of was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof.
Sick. You just.
Soothe your nose and soften the blows with the #1 lotion tissue, Puffs. The dream that I see makes me what I am. I've gotta be me. I've gotta be me.
feet there in my hood. The name of this album is called Rosa Decidua. A rose elastic, invisible worm that flies in the night, howling.
It's just ranting about.
Christians were rather successful and do well.
First, the sevenfold sect.
Let's do some yoga. Farmer's Market. Sunday.
Come between me and the night. It was my queen's of your words. Between me and the night. Between me and tears. Sun set to the horizon since you were gone. Days of God. Give me some love flowers. Some nation for moon stars. Some eagle spiritual sight. See some echoing love's ancient scars. The winter's red, your reed. No sight, no sleep,
come between me and the night. It was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon, since you have come.
Oh, Christ. Gillette Labs blades last 50% longer. 5-0.
John fucking Kitover. There's a John fucking Kitover account. John fucking Kitover. Oh man.
During the Hood. The name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. Oh, Rose, thou art sick. Invisible worm that flies in the night. The howling storm has found out thy bed of crimson joy in his dark secret love. Does thy life destroy, like Rose of the world? If so, then what a world. A worm in its red heart like curled from the beginning. Tucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt as she that was the queen flower and exampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. Thou whose body was my lair, solely on thy mouth like a live coal. This time thou hearest not my song, my ears are stopped with worse than death. All this wasted breath of mine, the songs of six most memorable
John,
years,
look at that profile. Fucking killer. That's weird.
This is no tragedy of little tears. My brain is hard and cold. There is no beat of its blood. There is no heat of sacred fire upon my lips to say my heart is dead. They say that name thrice over, Rose, 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 even as love. Name thrice over, Rose, Rose, Rose. During the Hood, the name of this poem is on the edge of the death.
Okay, this will be Rose Poem Part 2.
Is that a you problem? Because I'm telling you that black people will be the final survivors. White people are going to extinct. Bill Gates. The gene therapy injections known as COVID-19 vaccines have fully sterilized the entire Western world. Black.
Wouldn't it be funny though if that shit's true? It'd be so funny. Not funny, crazy. Yeah, I believe it. I think it's funny comedy.
this grand entry area and the hallway, the yellow brick.
Okay, this will be the second part of the Rose poem. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose poem, part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Like, share, subscribe this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. I wrench my soul to say it. All man's delight. Come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their color sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call, now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. This is no tragedy of little tears. This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, where Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse God that is wholly curse. He is wholly blessing to the wise, this thing invertebrate, this sewer flood, compact of treacheries, meannesses, and lies. Horrible thirst, infamous beastliness, dirt and disease, so sottish wallowing. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate, so slavish, yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious and cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, and reel back beneath the blow of her breath. She comes smiling to me that disgust changes her drunken lust.
Give me just 30 seconds. Here's what you're missing about Factor. Trust me, Factor isn't your average ready-to-eat meal service. It's made performance food easy for me. I get up to 50 grams of protein per meal, plenty of fiber, and all without overdoing it on carbs. I feel so ready to take on my day, especially with the new protein options. And there's none of that fake stuff. No high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors or colors. Factor fuels your goals with facts, not fluff. So what are you waiting for?
the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose Poem, Part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, peace of mind, happiness, strength. Like, share, subscribe to this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past years bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. Enrich my soul to say it. All a man's delight. Come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul that blooms so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their color sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair is gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice that I've ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and watered in vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all wry first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful mouse, pitiful. Is this no tragedy, a tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, for Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse God that is holding curse. He is holding blessing to the wise, this thing invertebrate, this sewer flood, come back to treacheries, meannesses, and lies. Horrible thirst, infamous beastliness, dirt and disease, so sottish wallowing. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate, so slavish, yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious and cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, and reel back beneath. This is Kennedy Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose Poem, Part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, peace of mind, happiness, strength. Like, share, subscribe to this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past years bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. Enrich my soul to say it. All a man's delight. Come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul that blooms so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their color sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair is gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice that I've ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and watered in vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped wears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful mouse, pitiful. Is this no tragedy, a tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood,
lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that glares, for Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse God that is holding curse. He is holding blessing to the wise, is saying invertebrate, this sewer.
I got these blueberries in the refrigerator. They're like the most amazing blueberries I've ever had.
In your arms, and guide his stead.
I do stay on stage.
Got on the ballot yet? Sure, Sesame.
Okay, should we do one more poem? Worst thing is I don't have any more coffee.
Please strike, like, share, subscribe to this video. This is The Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers. All's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The pastures bought, this is found. Foul waters drench my earth. Walls filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. It wrench my soul to say it. All man's delight. Come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray. All that the lasting district is passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within the soul. Blooms so faint and fresh. Smudged with smoky glows, one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, dimmed and their color sickened into slate. Eyes like common glass, the hair's lost, dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon. All the flowers and honey and spice enough, ripe for my soul's kiss, eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw trap all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. Is this no tragedy here, tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that glares, mocking smiles, that evil and averse, God that is holding curse. Will use them only with the utmost restraint.
Okay, this is going to be The Rose Part 3. But where's my hat? My awesome little hat. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running against Darren LaHood in the 16th District, reading poetry to unseat and defeat the super borrower, super spender, super taxer Darren LaHood from Rockford to Peoria. This is The Rose Part 3. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate. So slavish yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious, cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, reeled back beneath the blow of her breath, she comes smiling to me, that disgust changes her drunken lust into a shriek of hate. Half conscious still beneath the obsession of the will of all she was before her death, she so hell boils over and she rages, it seems to countless ages, with all the vile abuse that had degraded Glasgow's grimiest stews, with all the knowledge of despair. striking me cunningly, striking everywhere, mutilating the corpse of my dead love with such a savagery, intensity above, all understanding that it bleeds again as a corpse should bleed at the murderer's touch. Then, not content, she must needs smutch. All my past purifying pain, turning all life to a thing fouler than aught yet imaginable to man, who asks me for my tears. She flings the body of our sweet dead child into my face with hell's own epitaph, profanes that shrine of infinite love and infinite loss, my empty shrine, the one shrine undefiled, my one close clasped cross, and hers as much as mine, profanes it with a hideous laugh, and a lie flung with a curse, and I must hear and must not stamp on the snake, because forsooth this was my love, my peace, my faith, my truth, the rosebud of my youth. It was, it is not, it can never be. This would corrupt God's body with a breath. I see him sicken and swoon, I see him rot through, though his tabernacle be eternity. This makes a man catch hold of death greedily like a harlot in the street, plucks by the arm some sot. Death shakes me off with a hoarse curse, tied to this woman. His beneficence were too like heaven, and heaven somehow to earn, no doubt, no way that I know. Hell's enough if hell would only burn in silence the one devil word of love. Aye, death slings off. I have a child that claims my life, to keep from knowledge of her mother's fate, to keep from heritage thereof, to shield from the world's scoff, to watch them out the seeds of madness in her God that has held back from hate.
It's sensitive to pain. Sometimes it is all pain. Sensitive, all hate. So slavish yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious.
Big day, everybody. That's the spirit. We're having lots of fun. What's going on? Oh, the Homes.com network just hit 100 million visitors. So we're throwing a party now that we're the go-to site for home shoppers.
You don't think this is a little over the top?
Over the...
Mr. Pickles. Okay, we're still not through this Rose poem. Okay, this is John for Congress.com. I'm going to end these live streams. I'm going to go sit in the sun and relax. I hope you enjoyed this post.